Jack Hermansson defeated Joe Pyfer over the weekend by unanimous decision. Joe Pyfer, the man who rose to fame from the Dana White Tuesday Night Contender Series, Dana White famously said, "Be Joe Pyfer." He also went on to break Francis Ngannou's punch record at the UFC Performance Institute. Now, there's a few things to go over. One, his inability to adjust and battle the calf kicks of Jack Hermansson. Essentially, Jack Hermansson made the adjustment, started calf kicking him, and Joe Pyfer had no answer to it at all. It made him hesitant to throw. It made him discouraged. He said all of this himself after the fight. He actually gave, and it was like immediately after the fight. It was once Daniel Cormier had a microphone in his face. That quick after the fight, he was giving the assessment of the fight. So he's got to work on that, right? He's got to work on adjusting to calf kicks, and he's got to just work on how he could, maybe implement something else in his game, right? Maybe he can implement a wrestling game in there. He was trying, but, he was really nowhere close on his takedowns. But with that said, he did have a few positives. He did go the full 25 minutes for the first time. That's a hat off. He's in the 25-minute club, as Chael Sonnen likes to say, against a guy like Jack Hermansson, who's been there before, went 25 minutes with Sean Strickland, went 25 minutes with Marvin Vettori, has fought the likes of Jared Cannonier, Kelvin Gastelum, Jacare Souza. Jack Hermansson's been there, done that. Jack Hermansson's been in the top 15, floating around that area for a while now. I view Jack Hermansson as sort of like a Michael Bisping type. I feel like he's really good, and if he sticks with it, if he keeps doing his thing, potentially, listen, this is a crazy sport. He may fill in on short notice on any given night. Who knows? Maybe he could win a championship someday. Who knows, But with that said, he showed that there are levels between the unranked and the ranked, the top 15 and the unranked. He showed that there are levels there, and that's what he was supposed to do. He kept them out. Other than that, we saw that Joe Pyfer does have power, bro. Like, he was hitting Jack Hermansson, and Jack Hermansson said after the fight that he's probably the hardest hitter he's fought. So with that said, you got to give props to him. Every time he would hit Jack, there would be a reaction. You could tell Jack was not trying to get hit by that kind of power at all. And, so overall, Joe Pyfer, I would like to see him add some more wrinkles to his game going forward. I thought, he showed good power. I thought he showed the ability to go to 25 minutes. And I also thought his power carried for those 25 minutes. In the fifth round, he cracked Hermansson as well. And because Hermansson came out strong in the fifth round. Hermansson came out strong, like he was just going to steamroll a broken guy, like he was just going to break Joe Pyfer, and that did not happen. Joe Pyfer did not break, and good for him. He definitely bended, but he didn't break. And I think his power does carry to 25 minutes. And I think, a guy with power in his hands like that, who's willing to throw down and willing to fight and all things like that, is going to be a fun fighter to watch no matter what. And you could insert him anywhere you want, and it'll be a fun fight on the card, and that's really all you're looking for as a promoter. So that's my take on this. Let me know your thoughts on this fight, where you think Joe Pyfer goes from here. I'd like to see him fight. I don't know if you give him another ranked guy. I threw out the name Kelvin Gastelum. I thought that would have been cool, but maybe you give him another unranked kind of guy just to get him another win or something like that, or a supposed win, someone he's supposed to be, like a layup, or you throw him another top 15 guy. Who knows? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Also, not to just only focus on Joe Pyfer, but Jack Hermansson, where does he go from here? I would say you give him a crack at someone in the top 10. Maybe you could give him, honestly, I can't even think of who you would give Jack Hermansson, to be honest. Let me know in the comment section below what you think, what you would do, and of course, if you agree with me or not. It doesn't really matter. Just join the discussion, and please follow for more. Thank you. You are appreciated.